Hello everybody, Dren608 here. We're playing Unconditional Surrender. We're using the Board Game Arena module. Um, Caveat, as of the end of September in 2022, the strategy that you've witnessed over this long playthrough series will no longer work. It's predicated on massive speed of German dominating the political arena. The diplomacy rules have been changed to slow that down for either side. Neither side's going to be able to sort of bulldoze their way through diplomacy anymore. I think there are going to be changes for the better in the long run for the game, because while you'll still be able to possibly achieve this kind of array of allies, it will actually be much harder and it will happen less often. You're more likely going to end up with things like Romania, Yugoslavia, Finland, and not the bigger minors like Spain and Turkey joining you, because it's going to be harder to get both of them as well as harder to get Italy. So you're going to have to concentrate more on basically one country at a time and do things in them kind of the way they were done actually in history, where it was like first you influence your neighbor, then you influence your neighbor's neighbor, and kind of build your coalition out from your borders, instead of just being able to jump around and do things via conquest, which is how we did it here. In order to get Turkey, we conquered Bulgaria so we could put a pro marker in Turkey, and then we activated Turkey. We conquered Poland, we put a pro marker in Romania. I got Romania, then we conquered Hungary, we put a pro marker in Yugoslavia, and then got political success and got Yugoslavia. And then we worked on Italy and so on. So go on to Board Game Geek in the file section. They have been posted. Give them a read, especially the diplomacy part. It also changed the rules for reinforcement for the Soviet East invaded. It's now the 4 shock armies, the tank, the 4 armies, and now there's an airplane that's involved with those 4 armies that usually used to come in December of 41. They will now they'll all be predicated on when you invade the Soviet Union. So if you get antsy and want to go after the Soviet Union in April, everything will be X amount of turns from there rather than fixed on the calendar. So now I think it's going to hurt an East first strategy, because East first used to work because you knew that the Soviet army was not going to get its big shot in the arm until the fall of 41, and you had a chance to take them out in 1940. Now they will get that shot in the arm starting 4 turns after East invaded. So East first is going to be a much harder concept than it was before. There's another one called the long opening that we're not sure if that will work anymore either under the new rules, because it was predicated on getting a certain amount of allies and stuff, and now it will be harder to engineer that. Okay, with all that said, let's get going. I'm seriously thinking about, with the Germans, to not do any declarations of war. That would be silly. The Allies, on the other hand, well, it is only January. I'm going to try and finish taking out Spain. It's poor weather everywhere, so it's not going to be such an easy thing to do. Nah, I don't think anybody's going to attack it. Nobody's going to declare war. The Germans, I only have 36 production points. The only person who's going to need production points right now that is useful to my defense, it really is Romania. Spaniards only have one production point, and I think they do need to move 2 guys. So I'm going to have to give one to Spain. Alright, we're done. Nobody has any counters to play here, so it's just their +4 to my +0. And they take me down another factory. The factory losses are starting to mount because I don't have the aircraft to defend against the West. It's going to be the biggest problem. I'm a +2 to his +8, and I'm down another one. So that means I should be down to 32 next time. 15 minus 7 is 8 plus 8. Huh? 15 minus 7. Yeah, I was at 10, 18. Now I'll be at 8 plus 8. Yeah, we'll be at 32 in February. So, German economy is starting to go down, so I have to start thinking long term, where am I going to be defending in these places? Because the Allies may very well declare war on Vichy and try to right hook me in through the Alps and things. So I have to be thinking ahead for all that. One of the things I did is I did pull most of the German army out of Italy. So, strategic moves. Do I have one? I was going to try and bring that infantry home. One in the east. He's going to come across the river. And they're going to try and keep him alive. I really don't see strategic move in the east. Nope. I don't see one. Unless it's maybe to move this SS Panzer somewhere. Where can I put the 11th that would be useful? And in order to save some production points, I think I'm going to move this guy. You were dealing with poor weather, so it's going to be 1 hex at a time for the Allies. So maybe I'll put him here. I know it's not much of a strategic move, but that's 2 production points I don't have to spend in my turn then. For the West, anything lying about in the Middle East that I want to get moving? No, I don't think so. Everything's kind of where it needs to be. Or can't. I mean, I could. Wait a minute, I gotta check something. I've already rebuilt the British surprise attack marker, so I don't need to save up for that. I mean, I could, like, take the 8th Army. Just thinking I'd really like to have the 8th Army be mobile so I can actually try to go do something about Spaniards. It's going to be able to move 2 Spanish units. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you can get. Unfortunately, the British and American units are reversed. If the Americans were in Gibraltar, then I could rail them someplace, and then I'd have the 2 British armies to be able to do things. I'm going to let them surround the 1st Canadian, then I'm going to try to break the 1st Canadian out. Or do I just try to limit where this guy can go? I guess we'll just stay put. Soviets, do we have anything in the back lines? Can't rail him because I want to make him all better. No, I don't see anything in the back lines. So everything looks like it's at the front line. So I'm done. Actions for the Germans. Okay, so I don't forget, like I did the last time, I need to move the Spaniards, like right now. He's going to go there. He's going to go there. That's all I've got. Takes care of the Spanish. Turks. Now do their thing. Romania. These guys. We're dealing with assaults here. We are dealing with assaults here. Okay, we don't need to worry about this. So the Yugoslavs. Enough to garrison Hungary. Here, I go down. Garrison and approaches to Yugoslavia from the south. Somebody's got to stay there because you got a surprise attack marker now. So he can't leave there. Germans, which in the north has to stay in the north. I've got to move these guys south. He can get all the way to here. Okay, so I can go ahead and maybe have this guy. Here. He's got airplanes that can affect it. So he's 1 plus 1 for a tank plus 1 for an airplane. Could be plus 3. That would be 3, 4 minus 1 plus 3. Plus 3 to plus 3. If I throw in the German, oh wow. Throw in the Romanian and the German. Yeah, I think he's going to crush my southern front. Nothing I can do about it. If I throw in the Romanian and the German, I'd be 3, 4, 5, 6 to 3. I might get a retreat. But that doesn't get this guy out. Oh, do I waste my card drop here? Is it that important? I don't think it is. It's important that I fill that space, but I don't think it's important that I actually fulfill this assault. Okay. All right. So far, I'm not seeing me giving up much ground here. I could give him Vilnius to have a relatively straight line. Right now, I don't really need this Panzer here. I think I need this Panzer on this side. Let's see, he'll be 1, 2, throwing airplane 3. That could be 4, 5, 6, plus 1 is 7, minus 1. Could be plus 6 to plus 3, which might get him retreated. Then who the heck do I put in there if I retreat him? He's going to have a ridiculously good attack here, and then he's going to come around just around here. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to give up. Well, I'm not just going to give up Villas. I'm going to have to stick my garrison in Villas. Okay. Well, let's see if this works. Shall we? Assault with this guy. Right now we're at plus 5 to plus 2. But let's assume that he will put in an airplane. No, it's not very good. Let's assume that I will throw in an airplane. Can't lose anybody, and I might actually get him. Okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. And as the Soviets, I really want to hold that hex because it gives me like multiple hex attacks on things. Alright, yeah, we're going to both commit. Confirm. We've done that. Now this is where I can use my jets against his airplane to try and inflict more losses on him. Which I think I'm going to do. See, he still gets his airplane through, but he took 2 sorties to do it. And with a 6 to 3, I managed to get a retreat. He only had one place to retreat. I'm going to actually put him in that hex. And what I think I'm going to do here, I'll put the armored unit here. I get all 3 attacks there. Yeah. What do you think about that? I'm going to put paratrooper here. And I'm going to put the garrison unit into Vilnius so that he at least has to attack it to take it. Do I want to use this guy too? Yeah, we're not going anywhere. Might as well. Well, what do I do if I make him retreat? Who do I move in there? I make him retreat. If I stick my armored out there, he'll just take this. So I'm not going to do anything to him. Let's see, wait, 3, 4, 5. Last one would be plus 4 to like plus 3, but I can get him to use an airplane. Because he's going to want to hang on to that hex. Alright. So we're going to do this. This is a diversionary tactic. It's plus 4 to plus 1. Soviets have to decide whether they want to hold this position so that they can get a really good attack on Vilnius and so on and try and push through the line. I don't think they want to use a tank here, but I do think they want to use an airplane to try and guarantee that they have a retreat route. The Germans could try to like go whole hog and take it, but I'm not going to put anybody in that hex anyway, so I'm just trying to get him to use up an air sortie, which is what I'm going to get here. See, like he retreated, but there's no way I'm sticking anybody in that hex. Because sticking someone in that hex, this guy is garbage. Soviets are going to take this hex no matter what. They take those. I could run the Italians into that hex. Let the Italians die to the motherland. That might be worthwhile. Just to keep them from getting too many good attacks off. But I do like the Italian sitting here as my backdrop too, because he still has a tanks marker. Okay. Speaking of backdrops, we're gonna go here. Declare assault there. Go ahead and assault. I shouldn't have had the armored attack this way. I should have attacked that way. Dumb on my part. Again, I'm just trying to get him to use up an air sortie. Do I care about that hex? Since he took this hex, that hex becomes less important because I can't get enough guys to attack the armored unit. So, do I care about enough to waste a sortie on an airplane? Yeah, I think I do. Alright, and again, the Germans are not doing anything because they're just trying to get you to use up air assets, and there was no effect, so. Didn't lose that. Alright, we're done here. I got 22 points left. I gotta do some stuff in the west here. Not the least of which is he needs to get the heck out of Dodge. Garrison units are all going to do their job by holding him up for a turn. So maybe not you first. Right. He doesn't have any surprise attack markers until... When does he get his surprise attack markers back? He gets them all back next turn in March. So surprise attacks will come in February. So holds. Question is, how much of the line do I want to try and hold him? And how much do I want to have sitting back here waiting for him to declare on Vichy so that I can move into Vichy? I think the answer is something like this. Goes back to Dijon, so I have sort of a backdrop here, defense line. He goes back into here. Okay. Now my thought here was I don't have any way to really stop his bombing, but I can try to get a little bit better odds since I don't really have the points to go bringing back a lot of my Air Force. So what I was going to do, normally I would bomb bombers with a couple of fighters so he doesn't get that many bomb markers. But I'm just going to sail to here. And, hello. And then we're going to fly up here. Stravenger. And then this guy. Is just going to come down to Bremen, Hamburg, Kiel. I don't know where to go. The Russians aren't coming that far. I'm giving up on holding on to Norway. I'm just trying to get my troops out of there. Actually, I don't need to do it that way. I can just make him go to no supply, can't I? Save my production point. Okay. And now for the German Air Force to do whatever it's going to do. So he's got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10. Got 10 sorted. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 sorties. I can knock him down to only having 1 sortie. Which sounds like a pretty good thing to do. Keep his Air Force off the board. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is 18. I won't be able to bring a lot of these guys back. The alternative is just to throw my airplanes in wherever he attacks and maybe save some of them, or maybe get him to do the attacking on me. So unfortunately, for at least one more turn, I have to make sure that all my ground troops are on the board so I can do things, and anybody that's flipped over has to be reflipped. So I'm not going to be able to bring back a lot of aircraft. It's very sad, but very true. Okay. I think I'm done. No, I was going to move this infantry forward. Well, that's why I could stick the Italians up there, because I don't put a German infantry here. So we're going to go sacrifice another will point of the Italians. Oh, it's me. I'm not going to attack anything. Germans are going to spend their 19th point. They're going to put him in Brest. Okay. And is there any other Italian moves that I need to make? Don't think so. Alright, for better or for worse, I think I'm done. Alright, Jax is done. It took me a long time to do all this, isn't it? Okay, oh, that's what I forgot. I keep meaning to do this, and I'm going to do it. I don't stand a chance of doing anything to the British, right? Can't confirm a fleet with a fleet. But I am going to try to get over here, because it's lousy weather. Now, they can go... See, the Allies don't know where I'm going. So they would go, well, if you're going to sail, I'm going to go ahead and hit you. DR2. So I can't get to C Zone 12, but I'm going to actually be on this point here so that I don't have to go overseas for my supply. Okay. And now we'll pass. I mean, he can still waste air sorties on the fleet or whatever, but I just figured I should rather be on this side of things, because now I go here. All these guys can just stay at supply. Limited supply or whatever. And now it's the west. Okay. So 2, 3. I can't get there. If I go there, I'm only at 2. Sorry about that. I had to. Question is do I just want to surround him? And then try and take him out with the Americans? I think that's the best idea. Because he can draw supply this way. The Americans can actually get to here. And they can draw supply down this way. So we have to get out of Tangier and into there. Oh, I still can't attack him, can I? So I can't go that way. Undo. So I actually have to go this way and attack him. Maybe I should have the British be doing the attacking. Let's undo this a bit. Alright, if we take Americans who don't have any aircraft and just shove them there. Then we take the Brits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. Take the 8th Army to go here. And then we'll assault. Right now, assault is a net of +1 to 0. And I can throw in an aircraft. Do I want to throw my free forces here? I think I want to throw my free forces here. Free forces. And then the Germans have to decide who's going to be more vulnerable. Am I worried about them or the Romanians? Oh, I've screwed up as the Germans. I left a hole. I left a hole. I was supposed to move this German to here. I left a hole. Or this Romanian out. Oh, I left a hole. God, I'm playing so badly here. I'm playing very, very badly as the Germans on the Eastern Front. So do not play as I'm playing. I'm making all sorts of mistakes here. I think I'm going to have to save it for the Romanians because they're going to get crushed here. So overwhelmingly. That's what I wanted to see was a DR. Because now he's -2, and the first Canadian can simply assault just to get rid of him. If I can get rid of him, then Spain will fall. So throw in the airplane. So I'm +2 to -2. Got him. Spain is conquered. Yay. I can place a marker in Vichy. I'm thinking of declaring war on Vichy. I don't want to put a marker in Vichy. I want to declare war on Vichy. Because I'm going to need the space to get through here. Oh, what the hell, I'll put one there. Can advance after combat, there's no point to it. That just takes me further away from Germany. Okay. I think I want to get these American armies out of Normandy here, so we're going to do this. He can throw in a tanks if he wants. But what's the knight there for? Oh, it's over there. Just can't reach. Okay. Alright, so yeah, here he comes. He's like at +4. Do I want to try and keep that there, or do I need that tanks on the Eastern Front? I think we're going to save it for the Eastern Front. So. And he rolled a 1, so we held. So now the Americans are still bottled up. Alright, well, we need to go get ourselves another port. Come on. So we're going to go here. Dut, dut, dut. Then we're going to come back here. Dut, dut, dut. And do we even want to bother? Be +2 to 0. He'd go across the river. I go there, then goes there. Well, every space is a space, right? That airplane. I use my tanks to hold this line. I mean, I could hold this line if I use my tanks here, but then yeah, I think I want to hold this line for another turn. So I'm going to go ahead and throw my tanks in. So I'm only down by +1. And he still got his DR. Okay. What was it? 8 to 4 to 8 to 5 would have been the same. So didn't really help. Yeah, we want that. Even though this guy will end up being like surrounded, I don't care because he's in their way. They have to take the time to kill him. I am going to advance here. I'm going to bring the 9th out. And now I really can't intercept anything else. I'm going to go ahead and do this here. My port I can. Oh, it's Corona. Well, I still can. I'm a -1. He's a -2. I get a real lucky split. I can send him back into here, and it's one less guy running around grabbing my cities. But I really can't affect anything over here. And I don't see the Soviets doing an effective invasion anytime soon. So I'm going to take a chance here. And I got it. So he's just going to move back to Cork. And say, okay, be that way. But now that he's gone, I can bring like Gibraltar around. Let's get 4. Let's get 3. So if we take American thing, escort it with the 8th Fleet, escort. We're going to put him in Brest. No. Undo this. Let me see how I'm going to do this. Okay, didn't like seeing that. Okay, I don't know what that was all about. Alright, here. What do I have down here? I do have this guy just supplying those two, so I don't need to do anything in the Middle East. We're pretty much done with the Middle East. Okay, so if I put the Americans, I could put these Americans in there. And just put those two in there instead. Right? They can come up here, grab Gibraltar, and we can stick Gibraltar in here. That gives me another fleet for supplying. Yeah. I'll be at 4 though. But it is the Americans, so I don't care. Alright, you guys. We're gonna go here. You guys. Nope, nope. Another escort. Gonna go here. I could intercept him with a -5 sorties and -2 for weather would be a -7. Well, I don't think that's worth considering. And then we're going to go ahead and take the Gibraltar guy, naval transport, escort him with the air guy, or the Navy guy. And we're going to go back to here. Naval, he's going to ask me again. I think no. Matter of fact, am I going to intercept anything this phase? I don't have any airplanes to intercept with for the west, so I can actually do this. We're going to stay there. Okay, now I should have 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So I've got 5 units and 4 supply capability. So what I can do, so we're going to play some shenanigans. The second RAF can actually go to here. And then the second RAF can actually fly Cherbourg. And then just to not be a burden, we're going to put him here. And we'll start rebuilding him through the winter. Because I don't have any British ground troops up here. They're all in Spain or in the Far East or whatever. But, or I could, I guess I could fly him over to the Middle East since I don't have the 2 units here and 2 airplanes. Ooh, that's a thought. Nope. I want to pass. I want to undo. See if I can undo my aircraft move here. I'm going to move in the other direction. I only have 1 airplane out there, 1 thing out there, though, don't I? Nope, I'm not going to even try and do things here. Strikes me that's a good place to sit. Alright, I pushed him a little bit. Couldn't push him in this one. No point in doing any of this because I can't do anything with him. I'm kind of stuck till I push things out. These guys can run 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I got to decide if I'm going to go into Vichy or around Vichy. There's that 1 in 6 chance that I might actually have to fight Vichy troops. Well, we'll decide that next turn, right? Because it'll be February that I take all the ports in Spain. March would be the turn I would have to go in there. I think I'm going to go around it. I think I'm just going to have the British armies come up this way, try to cross the Loire here, and then by summer they will be up here with their aircraft all ready to go to try and help push into Germany. That's what we're going to try and do. I think I'm done with the West. I don't really have a lot to do with the Americans. Oh yeah, I do. Bombing. Sorry. Forgot about bombing. Bombing. Let's do it. We definitely have to keep pushing the German production down because that's the only thing that's going to give us a chance. Just trying to get my bombers in there. One of the reasons why it's really important, if you can actually pull it off and get 6 bomb markers. 6 bomb markers plus 2 for the United States means it's an 8, which means even on a 1 you get a 9. As soon as I take away that Spanish port, the Germans will be able to get like a +1. It's going to be very hard for them to take a factory away from me, and very rare that they will actually save a factory themselves. So the German economy is on a downward spiral at this point because they don't have any airplanes to stop this bombing. I think they're going to get some subs here yet. Yeah, They'll get submarines to try and slow it down next turn, and they might get another submarine before the end of the game. Okay, where am I at? I think I'm done with the West. Yep. Okay, pass. Supply all. I want to see what my convoy situation looks like. Okay. I'm going to start with this. Do that. And Italians are just going to say, nope. No more interceptions. Confirm the naval path. Now it should path me out my stuff. Let's see how it's going to spend it. 2 on this one. 2 on this one. 2 on that one. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. And I think that looks okay. And now we're into the Soviet actions. Yeah, I made a mistake with the Germans. I just gave him this, of which the Soviets are going to take. Was not paying attention. They can be a +1. I'm 1, but the tank is 2. With an airplane is 3 minus 1. It'd be +2 to +1. I could try to retreat the German first and then be able to bring more to bear on the Romanian. So I really need to move the Romanian so that I can... Okay. So I got to do this in the right order. What do I got available for assets? I do have heavy artillery. Okay. So... I'm going to think about that for a second. Let's do the obvious one. So he can't retreat. We want to take Vilnius because we're trying to push him back some. So we're going to start here. We're going to go here. He's going to go here. And we'll throw in a tank. So we're +2. +2 minus 2. And we'll throw in an airplane. Germans will throw in an airplane just because they can. Oh no, not the 5th Luft. Where's the 5th Luft? I'm going to throw in the 3rd Luft. So not you. You. Alright, so we go at it. 3, 6 to 1. I rolled a 6 anyway. It was a waste of my airplane. Alright, so he stopped me from going anywhere there. 2 plus 1. Okay, so got a 5-1 split, and I blew up the Italians, took them down a willpower, and I retook the hex, so yay. Now we're going to try and push them out of this hex here. Hello. So we've got an assault, and an assault. Point there. Go into this one. We're now +4. I think we're going to go ahead and throw in an airplane. The Germans are similarly going to throw in an airplane. So it's +5 to +3. I'm not going to throw the heavy artillery there. The airplanes are pointless. 3 plus 5 to a 6 plus 3, so nothing happening there. So I have to make up my decisions here. There's not a lot that's really going to go on here. Well, this one's straightforward. Here, here, here. Assault, +4. Aircraft. I guess I will use up the lift reserve. +5 to +3 again. And I got a good split, 5 to 3, so I got him to retreat. We'll take that hex, slowly but surely pushing the line forward. Now the trick is to try and break it down here somehow. So I think what I need to do is I need to get this hex for sure. Right? So we're going to go here first. We're going to assault with this guy. We're going to throw in the tank, throw in the air, throw a heavy artillery. And this is what I was saving this for the Axis. I managed to only get a DR out of it. Now I could go into that city, but then that German infantry would have nowhere to retreat to, so I'm actually going to go into the mountains. And now the Soviets are going to advance with this, because then that lets them come up with this guy to here to assault this way. So we're already at +5. Germans can throw in an airplane to make it +3. I can throw in an airplane to make it +6. So I will throw in one of my airplanes. Germans want to try to hang on or at least get to a retreat. So we're +6 to +3. Confirm. There's just going to be one sortie each. And a 1 + 6. The Soviets rolled a 1. Which is actually bad for the Germans. And you go, what? What do you mean? They held the ground. Yeah. But they're precariously placed. It would have been better if I'd have gotten a retreat. I could have retreated into this city here. And then I could run away. That armor you can't, just simply cannot run away. And now he can actually next turn start running all around towards Romania, so all this has got to run away anyway. Soviets are going to put this guy here. He's just going there so he can be replaced and hold the line. And let's see. I think I'm done. Yep, I'm done with the Soviets. Yep. All right. We're all done with that. So everybody should be in supply. Voluntary elimination. Is there anything I really want to get rid of? Nope. 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 Replacements for the job. I've got 18. And I would like to be able to build one, but I'm not going to. 2, 3. So if I save 3, that's 15. Maybe. 3. It's got to be flipped over. This guy's got to be flipped over. So I've got 14. So I think I'd like to get this guy done so I can at least maybe hit a bomber and slow down some of these bombing attacks. I only get 3 more airplanes, huh? So maybe this one and this one. And I'm going to do my convoy so that I can keep that airplane in supply. On any given turn, I can supply him, and I forgot to have him go to no supply. I'm so stupid. I wanted this garrison to be buildable back in Germany next turn. I forgot to do it. Okay. And then the Italians, they got 9. So, like, 3 and what, 7? This is that threat? Not really. Okay, we're done. Let's do the easy stuff. Boom, 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 boom. All the Americans get replaced. And then Bomber Command, Fighter, Fighter, Convoy, 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 Convoy. And I still have 10 points left. Because I haven't been able to move my guys very much. Okay. Dystopia. We've got 29. That's interesting. Yeah. 3. I've got 3, it's not 2, 4, 6. So I could bring back this one. Maybe this one. Then I can't do my ground try. That ground guys are built too. I actually think I'm going to do that. I'm going to stop. I have upgrades. Oh, I'm so stupid. I'm so stupid. I should have put a regular infantry in there. It would have saved myself the 2 points. I could have done another airplane, and I could have just done an upgrade. I am such a ditz. I am so ditzy. I'm just making mistakes left, right, and center. Let's make him a guards unit, and we'll get rid of that infantry unit. Okay. Confirmed. The Germans can build 2 things. Well, we must build Vasta, right? We must rebuild him so he can go die on the Russian front. And this German infantry, I think. God, I don't know where I'm going to need him. think I'm going to need him in the south. Put him in Vienna. And then we're definitely going to need the Yugoslavs too. Oh, they don't have any points for it. Okay. So we're done. No, I'm not going to buy it this turn. Because oh, did I already buy my surprise attack marker? Oh, I'm such a ditz. I'm such a ditz. I thought I still had to buy a surprise attack marker. I've already done that. Oh, I'm so dumb. Yeah, we'll go ahead and build him. I don't know. It's one of these two cities. We'll put him down Kiev again. Oh, I'm so dumb. I should have brought back all my airplanes. I thought for sure I still had to rebuild a surprise attack marker. When did I rebuild the surprise attack marker? One, two, three, four. I did it in December. So I did it last time and I don't even remember doing it. So now I don't have my airplanes up. Again, I'm making mistakes that I shouldn't be. All right, and we're into February. Shoot. All right, what's February? February is severe. So nobody's going to declare war. It's severe. It's poor in the mild zone, but I'm really not set up for going into fishy, so no and no. And Germany only has 32. I'm only going to give one to... I have to give one to Romania just because I have to move both their units. And I've done. I'm trying to think if partisans are going to make a difference over here. They might in severe to force a retreat. When do I get my other partisans? I don't get another one until May. February is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's a chance I won't get them back at all. And I might need them in a poor weather turn. I won't need them this turn, but I might need them next. So I'm not going to do anything. Germans are just trying to get ahead of the strategic warfare game, so they're going to be going for it. So they got really good die roll there. And then in the west, they're both going to commit. And Germany got back 2 factories. Okay. Cool. Strategic move with the Germans. Is there a strategic move to make with the Germans? Not really. Other than probably bringing Vasta up. This remaining rings at 5. Oh, good lord. So severe on that side, poor on this side. Don't see one. Do not see one. Oh. Unless just to get this guy off of Bremen and put him somewhere in France. No, I don't see any. Oh. Soviets. Nope. Actions for the Axis. Okay. Now, if I've got this right, I can go here with the German, because it's poor. It's severe over here, so I can actually put this Romanian there. And he can't get completely surrounded. And he's going to just have to hold there. See, this guy, 1, 2, 3, 4. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to hit this airplane. We're going to knock him down. Well, I still can. And then this guy can fly up, so we're going to actually go after him. And I'm going to use my jets there. And it didn't work. I was hoping to get a DR2 on him. Actually, I don't need to do that. Stop. Undo. Undo. Okay, so he's only got one sortie, and he's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it's severe on this side of the line, so I don't have to worry about him using it here. I was worried about him moving it up here and using it on these guys. So these airplanes can't be used there. This airplane can't be used there. This airplane can't be used there because he has 5 sorties. This one could technically probably fly there and give him 1 sortie. So since that's a possibility, we're going to actually take this airplane and hit that one time, so that now he can't really reach there either, can he? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He could reach there as well. So we want to make sure that he does not have more than 1 sortie on him. And so we'll commit that way. Okay. And that's that. That's it. I have 30 production points. Well, this guy's got to get on the road heading into Romania because I need to have units in the Carpathians here. Vasta. I'm going to go put you here. And back down here to prevent surprise invasions. He goes here. Yes, it's there. North. You go into Amsterdam. That prevents the surprise invasion hooks. To that direction. This guy is simply going to go here. Stop. Not even going to try to contend this down here. This is the way it goes. If he declares war on Vichy next turn, I should have enough units here to be able to backstop whatever he does. Because I'm going to build a bunch of garrisons this turn. Okay, the Italians need to move up to here, just in case he tries to swing that way somehow. And I think next turn I'm going to actually rail the Italian Air Force into France to try and bang on some of the British and whatnot. Now I could take him down so he could only bomb me with 4 factories. Did I get any of my subs back? I'm going to get a sub back next turn. So the question is do I want to bomb him? Do I want to stop his bombers? Because I can stop 1 bomber right here. Because I can get 2 sorties on it. Still don't have any airplanes in Germany to do any interceptions. But in the long run, I'm not going to be able to do any interceptions anyway. So, yeah. Who can I hit? Always hit Bomber Command because they started all this. And it actually costs points for the British, not for the Americans. Okay, take care of that. And otherwise, I really don't have anything else to do with the Germans. And that's the best defenses I've got right now. Yeah, I've got. Well, I suppose I could pull this German. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He could go here. One, 2, 3, 4, plus 4 halved to plus 1 halved. Yeah, something that might just work. It's not going to help because he's surrounding me on all sides now. Yeah, I have a feeling that who's this? The 19th German Army is just going to have to die in place here pretty soon. Yeah, I think I'm done. I'm done with the Axis. Oh. I can leave these two at limited supply. What do I got? 25 points? Let's go ahead and supply that one. And the rest go. Oh, this guy. I want him to be a no supply because I want him to come off the board. And then supply. Dun, dun, dun. The West. Alright, straightforward stuff. I don't have any support units for him, so he's going to go here. He's going to go here. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to go into Vichy. I'm just going to leave him there. If I decide to come get him with a fleet next turn. This guy can go to here. Oh, no. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Oh well. And then on up into Bordeaux. So we have entered France. The British have returned. Alright, and then I can take those guys can supply all of this. I probably need to take the British Air Force up here as well because we're going to need it next time. As we push up on the lower, go after Vichy. I'm not sure what we're going to do. The British are in the wrong. This is the wrong disposition. You want the British along the northern coast because then their airplanes can base in Britain and be fully supplied. And the Americans have enough convoys and enough production points that they can supply whatever they want. And you have them swing the southern front. That's the proper way to do things. But we're kind of makeshifting as we go here. Let's see. We're in Poor here. All right, French. Assault. And assault. And have the British come in and assault. Have him be the primary. So right now I'm +4 to 0. I have British tanks I can throw in, so he's +5. And I can even throw in a British aircraft. 3+6. He's a lost cause. He can't retreat, so I'm not going to waste my tank on that. It's like, yeah, he's dead. Yeah, even 11 to 7, they still would have died. Alright. And I'm going to take it with the 1st French. And that lets me take the 7th Army. Could I get all the way to Bordeaux? Or I could get all the way to here. No, I can't attack. Actually, let's not do that. Let's see what happens in the north first. See how we do against the Yugoslavs here. So +3, +4. Could use this here, but I think I'm going to need it more in Romania. So let him go. We got a DD. Trying to move the 9th here. That's right. I'd rather have it go this way. We'll have the 7th move to here. Go ahead and assault. +2 to 0. Again, I need that tanks in the east. I stopped him. Okay. Now that garrison unit is basically dead because he's going to go out of supply next turn. So, depending on where I move him, they declare war on Vichy, I would stay in supply, but they're not going to do that till fair weather turn at earliest anyway. So they're going to try and push through the Seine and the Somme, and the Marne, and the Meuse, and then the Rhine. They did have surprise attack markers, but I just didn't seem like the right thing to do. I probably should have used them because isn't this the last turn I could have used them without? No, I guess I can use them in March and then rebuild them, and they'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, and be back in July. So I could use one in March. Basically, I'm using one in March, April, May. If I use one in March, I'll have an extra one left over. So, yeah. And I have another one coming in March for the British. So depending on what I'm doing, I might be able to get in several surprise attack markers in the next few turns. But other than that, that's all the Western Allies are going to do. We're done. The British have all these points. Nothing to do with them. Bombing run. BWR. UN, B run. But this is bombing runs. Oh, boom, boom, boom. We gotta keep trying to get the German economy down as much as we can, because the idea is to limit their choices. But it's really not going to make it that much difference at this point. At this point, my prediction is that the Western Allies will probably get at least to the Rhine and maybe breach it, like at Strasbourg or in Dusseldorf or something. By July 45, I see the Allies here in this arc. And by July 45, I see the Russians on the German border. Or maybe just inside, like the Polish corridor and Königsberg and stuff. I do not see them making a huge inroad and being like at the gates of Berlin. It would take way too many 6-1 splits against the Germans to do that. So, in a normal game, if I was playing against an opponent at this point as the Allies, I would ask the German if they wanted to practice their defensive tactics against what's the best I could throw, or if they just wanted to go ahead and admit that the West and the Soviets were not going to catch them. Since I'm doing this for posterity's sake and the fact that this whole strategy line may no longer be valid, I will try to play this out. All right, they're done. West is done. Okay, now in the east. Dang it. I don't really have a lot to do. Oh well. Yeah, we don't want him to be able to retreat. So we're going to go here. We're going to attack this way. This way. This way. Doesn't matter who's the lead, because the best I'm going to get is +2. Is +3. We're both halved. Do I want to use my heavy artillery here? Not in severe. Confirm. Commit. And I got a 6-1 split. Oh, well, that's why you roll the dice, is to see if you can get one. I got a 6-1 split, forced him to retreat, and then I kind of pushed the line of hex row in the north. Yeah, well, I can't use tanks or airplanes here. It's just like, goes for it. Just realized I couldn't really use tanks in the east. I probably should have used the tanks over in the west. And +2 to 0, I'm not going to use my... No effect. It's the halving that makes it like kind of a pointless exercise. But you roll the dice to get those 6-1 splits, If you get them, it's like, oh, okay, we pushed them back a place. See, I got another 6-1 split. We're going to retreat this way. We're not going to get ourselves trapped. We're going to go ahead and take it with shock army, I guess. So we kind of pushed it back a little bit, made him have a straighter line, making it easier for the Germans. We're giving them a straighter line by retreating them. But we do have to try and, get a line in here somehow. +2 to +2, both halved. It could be +3. +3 to +2 and halved. Now let's see if we can get another lucky split here. +3 to +2. Nope. So instead, we're going to go this way. +2 to +2. Both halves, so it's not likely to happen. You need like 6-1 splits or things to happen. this here. Oh, it's +2 to +3. Well, it worked the last time I did this. Oh, not this time. Alright, I'm kind of running out of attacks here. I don't really have a good attack here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I guess we will go this way. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, I'll undo you. Let's use this guy. Not you. I have him come down here. And he can attack. I can use this one. +2 to 0. I don't want to use that. I'm going to let him go. I don't think I'll use anything. And no effect. Okay. 23. So 15, 16, 17. Got 5 more points I can move. If I had 5 more points, that would make a difference. I really don't. Yeah, I still have a lot to do. I'm strong. And this guy's kind of like my mobile reserve to break through any place I can break through, but he's not. We're not getting any breakthroughs in this kind of weather. So yeah, we're done. Yes. Sure. Slime all. We're not going to remove anything. We're not going to remove anything. Others aren't going to remove anything. And now we improve. Alright, for the Italians, we're going to bring up that fleet. I can do this one. And I can start on that fleet. Oh no, I guess I can't. I must have moved some Italians someplace. Oh, I lost Italians. Okay. Got Italians to build. Okay. Well, first off, always do that, right? I have 24, it says. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If I do that, I can't build any ground units. So who do I not want to bring up? Probably the convoy. Convoy can supply for 1 more turn, and then I have to do the convoy. So let's do the airplanes. Do all the airplanes while I can. Right? And then I can build 3 of my garrison units that I have in here. Right? I can build 3 garrison units to plop down as reserves. The Italian and the Yugo. Yep. I think that's what we'll do. Confirm. We're done. And we do the fun stuff. You guys all come back. You guys are all back. British have too many points to spend. Don't even have to think. Just sad. Not even making the British think. They still have 11 points left. Alright, confirm. And the Soviets are now to that point as well. points left to build their guy. Germans are going to build their garrisons. One in the east and two in the west, because I'm expecting him to declare Vichy. And I'm just going to need the bodies. And then the Italians, back here. And Yugos, they'll go over here. And we're done. Alright, we're going to stop there. So we got in January and February. We've got the same weather here in March. Severe in the mild zone, which is Spain and part of Vichy. Poor in the mild zone, which is basically France and Poland and area. And severe in the cold and severe in the warm means that the nice thing about severe in the cold means that you can't invade anything with the Soviets. The Allies have poor weather and a whole bunch of surprise attack markers, so they're probably going to spend one just to try and breach the what is that? Damn it. What is this river? The lower Seine here, or the upper Seine, whatever you want to call it. They can breach the Seine with using a surprise attack marker. And then if we get fair weather, we probably can breach the Somme. In Paris, we'll have another surprise attack marker coming back in July. And then we can use a second one to try and get through the city fortresses, and our last one to break across the Rhine into Germany. That's about as far as we're going to get. Like I said, normally at this point, in order to just get another game in, a lot of times I would just ask my opponent if they need to practice their defensive tactics, or are they, if you've defended this well, you pretty much know what you're doing with the Germans. I made huge mistakes here in the east. This hole, I've done that like twice here in the east, where I've left a big hole. I let Spain just go without a fight, which, if I was paying attention, but I only do this stream like once a week, and I kind of just miss it, like, oh, I forgot that I had to do something down here, and then concentrate on something else and get distracted. So I need to start giving myself notes when I do these streams. Anyway, so if you like what you've seen, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and the thumbs up button, and especially thumbs up button. That gets this out there for other people to see. Subscribe button obviously helps me. The notify bell will be notified when I schedule streams and upload videos. I am kind of split between two genres right now. I am doing strategic games like this, and I'm also doing computer role-playing game, Pathfinder Kingmaker. So I'm in like two different worlds right now. You can find me on Board Game Geek under Dren608. My list of games is public, so if you would like me to do some of those games, some videos of those games, whether it's tutorials or solo playthroughs, I might even be able to find an opponent to play some of them to play through. It might be worthwhile to do. Leave me a note somewhere and let me know what you guys are all interested in. So I'm planning on doing a few more strategic games. I'm going to try and find some opponents on Board Game Geek to play a couple different games, so we get some variety of what's in my channel, different games. Do browse my channel for all my things. I do have a couple of other games that I've done videos on: Starship Troopers, the American Civil War. I guess it's called the Civil War of 1961 and 1965. I was planning on trying to do something with a Vietnam one, the latest GMT title that's been published. It's a remake of an old Victory Games thing, so I was going to try and get an opponent to do that with me as well. So if you, leave me comments. I do answer them. And hopefully next week we will get through March. We've got March, April, May, June. So hopefully before the end of the year we'll get through 5 more turns. I do have a game convention coming up, so I won't be streaming on that weekend in October. But we'll see how it goes. Who knows, I might even surprise people and do 2 of these in a row. Kind of like I did a double today. I might do 2 next week on Saturday and Sunday, so I can do March and April. And then, May, June the following weekend, and then July after I get back from my game convention. Maybe that's a plan. All right. Until we meet again, stay safe, and bye-bye.